On true freshman Dustin Schlatter of Minnesota. Schlatter ranked #1 in the nation in this weight class. Troy Tirapelle came into this Big Ten tournament unseeded, but he blitzed through the tournament bracket and has worked his way here to the championship.
Look for the duck. Dustin Schlatter, you can see him set up his duck a little bit. Oh, what a scramble. Wow, these two guys are going at it like cats right from the get-go. Tirapelle needs to recover his pace. Schlatter's almost got a takedown, but I think Tirapelle's going to, if Tirapelle can push up, whoa, it's not looking good for Tirapelle. There's 2 for Schlatter. Dustin Schlatter gets an early takedown. What a great scramble that was.
Well, he has been aggressive as he has been all season. Only freshman ranked #1 in the nation, 30-1 on the season. This is the first ever meeting between these two guys in college. Again, Dustin, 4-time Ohio High School State Champion, National Wrestler of the Year last season.
Yeah, I'm impressive. A dominating high school career, and then true freshman ranked #1 in the country. Though they haven't met in college, if my memory serves me correctly, in Beast of the East in high school, Dustin Schlatter came to wrestle and took it to Tirapelle. Whoa, look at that opposite bar tilt, rebar tilt. You get the bar in the wrist, that's his move on top. He's been using it for a decade, and he is a bear with it.
Well, 3 back points racked up by Dustin Schlatter, increasing that lead to 5-0 over Troy Tirapelle.
Wow, that really makes him be able to relax and open up. Be interested to see if he keeps wrestling and looks for that major decision. That's key. Again, we have the 2 teams, Minnesota and Illinois, are fighting for the lead of the Big Ten. And if you can win by 8 or more points in an individual bout, you get an extra point. Let's see if Dustin Schlatter continues to pour it on top.
Troy Tirapelle, the only unseeded wrestler to make the Big Ten finals and to make the Big Ten semifinals for that matter, beat defending Big Ten champ Eric Tannenbaum in the first round 6-4, then took out Tyler Turner, the 6th seed, 6-5, and then the #2 seed Ty Hustis went down to Troy Tirapelle 4-1 in the semifinals.
Tilts, baby. This is going to be the end of the road for Tirapelle, apparently, though. Dustin Schlatter is on a roll. Tilts are the best way to turn your top opponents, and Dustin Schlatter is putting a clinic on top. That was the tight waist tilt.
That is 7-0 here, and we are halfway through, just barely, this 3-minute first period.
I told you earlier, if you can score back points at this level, if you're tough on top, you have a great chance to win. And Dustin Schlatter has proved that he can be tough on top. In high school, the Schlatter brothers dominated Ohio on their feet. They'd kick guys loose and take them down over and over again. But at the college level, you can't do that as easily, and they've made a commitment to really riding hard on top. A lot of it is attitude. You just got to make your mind up there. You're going to push on top and look for techniques. It's easy to let a guy go. It's hard to work hard on top, and they've made a commitment, a conscious commitment, Dustin and CP Schlatter, to grinding the top guy. And you see Dustin going to work. He's driving with his feet. He's pushing. Right here, I heard a whistle blow. Tirapelle is going nowhere.
And there is a stall warning on bottom against Tirapelle.
Dustin's got the wrist again. He's looking for that reinforced armbar tilt called the rebar. He's got it threaded. Tirapelle's in trouble. He's stalling still. He's scared to move. Look at the roll through. Yeah! Holy smokes.
Boy, you call that correctly, Ken, as you look at the Minnesota fan contingent. Pat Schlatter there. Dustin's father looking on. Out of bounds, and
4 different sets of back points, yep. 4 unique techniques. He is putting a clinic on in the top position.
He certainly is working his way here in the first period. There you see,
calm,
Mr. Schlatter. Yeah, he should be calm. His son has got a dominant lead here in the opening period.
Yeah, he's peaceful. My boy's got it under control. He's going for tech ball.
And is in position for another set of back points here, and they are waved off. Didn't hold it long enough.
Dustin Schlatter is owning Tirapelle. It's good to see him working hard on top. I remember from his youth wrestling, he'd always turn guys, and then in high school, again, they really went to the takedowns. Him and his brother both dominating on their feet, but here they are in college level. They really have shown the need to wrestle tough on top, and they've both done it consistently throughout the year, and that's separated them from the crowd as they've climbed the rankings. Not only Dustin ranked #1, but CP Schlatter coming back from his knee injury, climbing all the way to #3 in the nation.
See Jay Robinson in there. giving a little bit of instruction, although not really much needed right now with an 11-0 advantage as we start the second period. A lot of people are going to be bugging Mark DeSalvo of Central Michigan as we get ready for the national tournament. He's the only guy to beat Dustin Schlatter this year. Did it 1-0 earlier in the year.
He was, as you mentioned earlier in the year, Dustin has continued to improve throughout the year. He's got a lot of assistant coaches in the room, both official and the club coaches. He's wrestling a lot of men. He's getting tough. And, you know, Coach Robinson surrounds himself with a great staff. He gets a lot of young men in there wrestling with the kids. And Dustin and CP get beat up every day by guys like Jared Lawrence and Luke Becker, the previous NCAA champs from Minnesota. They're in the room wrestling the Schlatter boys daily. And, you know, you mentioned that Dustin DeSalvo, and he avenged that at the national duels when we covered that national duel competition. And he rode DeSalvo, too, the whole period.
Well, Minnesota has been in a power position for most of the year after their wins over Oklahoma State, and they were fueled by Dustin Schlatter. He took out defending national champ Zach Esposito twice, 11-2 the second time again. Much like this one, he was dominant.
Yeah, he really controlled things against Esposito. He's very relaxed and poised, and he's just done a great job. Zach Esposito is one of the best of the best. I mean, he's a stud, and Dustin's beat him twice this year. That'll be a great one if they lock horns to NCAAs. Now, you got to figure the Minnesota coaching staff is saying, look for something tight. Look for a fall hold, because he's got plenty of time. He's got 3 minutes, you know, he's got a lot of time, over 3 minutes left in the match. He needs to get a tight hold and try to pin him.
11-0 here. About 30 seconds into the second period. See, Schlatter has gotten the nose plug there to stop a little blood trickle.
Yeah. I think the best way for Dustin Schlatter to pin Tirapelle would be a near side cradle. So far he's used tilts exclusively, and he may just finish him off with tilts if he's able to do that. But if he can hook that leg, he's got, see the left leg, if you hook that near leg and get the head down and get a near side cradle, that would be a powerful pinning technique. Easier said than done, of course, but you know, with this big lead, he can take some risks here.
Dustin still working on top. Big win for him in the semifinals over Jay Jaggers of Ohio State. 3-1, got a takedown in the final seconds. A great battle of wonderful schoolboy wrestlers from the state of Ohio.
Yeah, that was much anticipated. The folks back in Ohio were looking forward to that because they're both Ohio natives, and they're both four-time state champions. Again, the great ones, the cream of the crop rises to the top, and Schlatter pushed through that match and prevailed. Jaggers in the consolation bracket hurt his knee very badly. I don't know if he'll be able to go into NCAAs. He may have tore ligaments. It wasn't pretty, and I'm hoping him well. I'm wishing him well. I'm hoping he gets better quickly.
Schlatter is A-OK right now in this championship bout at 149 pounds. Racked up 11 points in the first period and has cruised since then, riding Troy Tirapelle.
Domination.
All the way
That's what
here in
Schlatter's doing.
period number 2. Well, Ken, that thrilling bout we saw at 133 pounds. Mac Ryder losing in triple overtime to Tom Klum. His dad, Doug, looking on. And here are those two reunited afterwards. Now the heartbreak. And father and son. We've certainly seen so many victories there for Mac over the years. Trying to come to grips with something that he's worked so hard for. The good news is he will get a chance to continue wrestling this season and maybe see Tom Klum again in the NCAAs and have a chance to avenge them.
Very good chance. They saw each other last year. That was an exciting match. Mac Ryder has nothing to be ashamed of. He fought valiantly, and it looked like Klum was getting tired, but he sucked it up for one last flurry.
Again, here's another peek at how teams score points here in this team competition. And this is vital right now. Dustin Schlatter going to rack up some extra points for his team with this victory at 149 pounds. Well on his way to it here, leading big in the third period. But head-to-head, especially these bouts between Illinois and Minnesota. Another one coming up with Alex Tirapelle and CP Schlatter at 157. It really could tell the tale here in the team title.
It is gonna. That could be the key. That could be the key bout that finishes things off one way or the other. Now, the thing thing is in that bout, it's going to be closer. It's going to be a lower scoring match. It's going to be a barn burner. Here, as expected, at least I expected, Dustin Schlatter came out, took control, won the scramble on the feet, just went to town on top. A more complete wrestler, and he did a great job.
Certainly the case. And Troy Tirapelle, really a big reason that Illinois is in his position as an unseeded guy to come in here and storm through the bracket and get to the championship. He's earned the Illini some valuable points that they may not have gotten otherwise.
Indeed. He did a great job. As you mentioned earlier, he beat 3 seeded wrestlers. He's nothing to be ashamed of. He's had a great tournament. He just got dominated here. And you know what? He's getting a little paybacks here in the third period. Dustin Schlatter is not showing us anything on bottom. And he's laying there. He's too content. He needs to wake up and get off bottom. He's got a minute to go. Let's see if he gets a little fire in him and gets out of there. Tirapelle is tough on top. Like I said, it's not just Schlatter who's tough on top. So is Tirapelle.
60 seconds left to go in this championship affair at 149, and barring a catastrophe here for Dustin Schlatter, he's going to rack up a Big Ten title in his true freshman season.
He is, but you know what? Troy Tirapelle's saving pride here. He's got some legs going. He's done a solid job. He's ridden Schlatter for a minute 15. So, you know, it's not going to be as a long a flight back to, or long a drive back to Illinois as it would have been. I was thinking flight because California this weekend is the California High School State Championships. And Coach Tirapelle, Troy's father, Troy and Alex's dad, is the coach in California Pro A High School. And there you see Mom looking on. She does not look happy, all right, as expected. She, you know, but her husband's back there in California battling for that team title and trying to get his individuals ready. So he's done a great job coaching his children.
And the great part about this with the Tirapelles and the Schlatters is we've seen both family members. The roles could very well be reversed here in a couple of minutes when Alex goes out for Illinois at 157 against C.P. Schlatter of Minnesota. So we'll do it all over again.
Yeah, Pat Schlatter will be on his toes a little bit more. You know, I remember last year in the dual meet we covered, Tirapelle put it to C.P. Schlatter, but C.P. Schlatter is much improved. I look for a close match. Tirapelle's the favorite, but Schlatter is very capable of pulling the upset. We'll have to see what happens. That's why they get after it. Interesting contrast of philosophies. Mr. Tirapelle, very hands-on. He's the coach of his sons. Mr. Schlatter, he gets his sons to as many good coaches as possible, gets them on the circuit competing, travels. He's got them all over the place. We can talk about that a little bit more. He's moved. His son, CP and Dustin, they've wrestled for multiple high schools through high school for different competition and coaching.
Well, Dustin Schlatter, with his dad looking on and Golden Gopher fans surrounding him, enjoying a big-time championship, a 13-0 shutout win for Dustin Schlatter. As a true freshman, he's a Big Ten champion.
What a dominating performance. Look, this is the first takedown scramble. Dustin Schlatter just kept moving. They both did a great job. Both of them guys wrestled excellent in this flurry, but Schlatter is able to get the angle here, work his hips around. When he hooks the back leg right here with his left foot, this will become the deal closer. You see Dustin Schlatter walking proudly off the mat.